What if I told you that the Galaxy S26 might be Samsung's boldest and most unpredictable gamble yet? Not because of its design or camera upgrades, but because of a shocking move hidden inside the phone. This single decision could either lower the price of the flagship for the first time in years, or turn into a massive failure that nobody saw coming. Sounds crazy, right? Well, let's break it down. Welcome back, everyone. Sam here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want to stay ahead in the tech world. Now, what's happening behind the scenes of the Galaxy S26 could reshape the entire Android flagship market. Reports suggest that Samsung might not be relying on TSMC to manufacture the Galaxy S26 chip. Instead, they're working on their own version of Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2, built in-house. Yes, you heard that right. Samsung building a Snapdragon chip. It sounds risky, but it also feels like a clever move. Right now, there are two chip versions being talked about. One is the TSMC-made model, numbered SM850, and the other is the Samsung-made SMA850SS, which is still being tested quietly and hasn't been cancelled. If Samsung succeeds, this chip could be cheaper to produce, and that might lead to something. We all want lower prices on flagship phones. But here's where things get tricky. Samsung's past record with chips hasn't exactly been flawless. Remember those Exynos overheating issues? Performance throttling, fast battery drain, and all the frustration that came with it. Yeah, we've all seen that happen. The big question now is, has Samsung finally figured out the formula? Behind the curtains, they've been investing heavily to level up their chip technology. Their new manufacturing process is reportedly more efficient than before, and if they can deliver close to TSMC's quality while keeping costs down, 2025 could be the year flagship prices finally stop climbing or even drop. And it doesn't end there. Xiaomi and Honor are also said to be eyeing this cheaper Snapdragon variant. If that happens, it could shake the Android market completely, especially in regions where affordability plays the biggest role. Suddenly, it's not just about high-end performance anymore, it's about making premium power accessible to more people. But here's another twist. Samsung might not put all their eggs in one basket. There are whispers that the Exynos 2600 could make a comeback in some regions. Yes, that old regional chip split might return, with Snapdragon powering some models and Exynos handling others. That raises the big question, will we once again see a noticeable difference between these versions? At the end of the day, here's what really matters. Whether it's a Samsung-made Snapdragon, TSMC's model, or a new Exynos, if the chip performs well, stays cool, runs fast, and conserves battery, most users won't even care about the name on it. But if Samsung slips even a little, the backlash could be harsh. And this isn't just about speed or efficiency. It's about control. Samsung clearly wants to follow Apple's path, taking charge of its own destiny by designing and maybe even manufacturing its most important components. This might just be their first big step toward that future. Think about the ripple effect. If this works, Samsung could set a new trend where flagship phones cost less without losing power. On the flip side, we might see a divided Android market, with some phones delivering elite performance and others feeling more like flagship light, all depending on who made the chip. So here's the real cliffhanger. Would you trust Samsung-made Snapdragon in your next flagship if it meant saving money while still getting top performance? Or do you believe TSMC is still the safer bet? The Galaxy S26 is shaping up to be more than just another upgrade. It's a high-stakes gamble, a turning point, and maybe even a challenge to the way flagship phones are built. This isn't only about Samsung going up against Apple anymore. They're now stepping directly into Qualcomm and TSMC's territory, depending on how this chip battle unfolds. The Galaxy S26 could go down as Samsung's smartest move in years or one of their costliest mistakes. Buckle up, because the leaks are only going to get more interesting from here, and this story is just getting started.